Hi, welcome back. I've re-rolled. I've got a new group. Actually, I've rolled up 3 groups of 5, and um, got a new setup here. So let's take a look at this is what we're doing. So I've got 5 boxing. The mission is the Imp. I know we're going to do this quest. This is group 1. And the first part of getting Mission Imp done is to get the group together. This fella is in the dwarf priest is in the wrong area. So I'm going to take a few minutes to run him through Ironforge and Stormwind and out to the starting area for the humans. And let's just go ahead and get that started. So this is this guy. And basically we're just going to run. I wanted a dwarf because of find treasure. So let's see. And we've got discovered Coldridge Pass, but right up here, I'm going to grab one quest that will get me to the next town. So no reason to leave that experience off the board. This guy right here. I think he sends me to Karanos. Yep. I just got to get through the tunnel here. This is where all the danger is for brand new dwarves. Zoom, zoom, get past them. We're okay so far. First guy didn't kill me. Got past the second one, looks like okay. Third one, he hit me a little harder. Fourth one, and the last one, and nope, not the last one, there's one outside, but sometimes there's a guard out here. Doesn't look like I'm going to get help from the guard. Oh boy, made it. Okay, so while I'm running, I'm going to take care of some stuff here. Let's see. Let me just get twisted around and aimed up the hill. Then I know for sure that we're going to move this box up to the top. And then this one we're going to unlock and move it up very close to the top. Looks like I can keep steering, okay. And then this corner needs to go narrow and low. And that's probably good enough. So we're going to change the font size so I can read everything big, and then lock it. And then up here, didn't quite get it where I wanted it yet. Let's stretch it. Okay, so that side went okay. There it goes. Okay, stretch it, and then the two things, the font size, and lock it. Okay, then I'll wait till I get on the tram to take care of my interface because I don't think I can steer while I'm doing that. But I've got to get action buttons up. If you'll remember, my action button bars I set up a little different than everyone else's. The rotating bars down here, I got tired of getting into fights and one of these bars being twisted off. So I don't use them. I use the bars above. I number them 1 through, well, I'm going to call it 1 through 12. It's 1 through 0 and equals, and minus and equals. And then over here on this side, I'll have shift 1 through 12. And that will get me 24 buttons that ISBoxer can share. And I think right in here is where I get to turn in my first quest. I didn't really discover much on the way out here, but that's okay. I'm just trying to get with the rest of the group so that they don't out-level this guy. I'm going to take the water. I always like water. And off to the races. Okay. Alt I can open up my spell book, and there's Find Treasure. So Find Treasure is my, well, I'm just going to click it here and turn it on. If you've seen my other setups, I will put Find Treasure on the follow macro, so that every time I follow, I'm refreshing Find Treasure or find minerals or find herbs, in case I've got a character that died. And I always, I usually spend a lot of time, unless I set this up right, I spend a lot of time playing without having my locators up. So I want Find Treasure to be up. In this case, if you've seen my other setups, my paladin, who I usually lead from the paladin, has a VFX windows next to this mini map. Next to the mini map for this character, I'll have, right now they've got two more mini maps. One for, well, since the paladin is looking for minerals, the second map is herbs on the priest. The third map is beasts on the hunter. And then this will be the fourth map. It'll sit up also in that row, and it'll be treasure from the dwarf. The dwarf will help us find treasure. We like to find treasure. Treasure is a valuable part of my strategy, because I'm, if you've listened to me before, you'll know that I'm not a guy that's just going to try to level real fast. I like to make my characters as strong as I can at each level. Part of that is going to come from having as much money as possible at each level. So ignoring what we're doing right here in level 1, I'm just running this guy over to the other characters. Pretty much my emphasis is on adding better gear to my characters, and then, improving the professions, improving skills and stuff, but not so much in just leveling just for the sake of leveling. I don't ever celebrate dings the way people do. It's, we're playing a game. Dinging is just part of the process. I don't see a reason to congratulate somebody on something that just kind of accidentally happens if you put in the time. I would rather congratulate people if I found out maybe you graduated from college, maybe you got a new job or a promotion. Those are congratulatable things, in my opinion. We got to catch this guy. Okay, so I've got the, well, that's kind of weird. It didn't look like I learned a new flight path. That's okay. Maybe dwarves already have this one. I know elves already have the flight path at Teldrassil, so they can actually make the flight across the Darkshore without taking the boat the first trip. I don't know how many people realize that, but I've done it several times. And then we're just going to run in here and catch the tram to Stormwind and run on out to the rest of my characters. Then I'll load them up and finish the Mission Imp and see if we get that done in a decent time. Then I'll start planning the next mission for this group. Okay, when the tram's not already here, I like to get out here in the middle so I can catch whichever one comes first. Oh, that one came first. There we go. Ready to ride. Okay, so here's where I'm going to get my interface up. Interface options. So I want display. I don't want my helm or cloak to display. I've got all this instant quest, automatic quest tracking. Those are important. Combat. Oh, here's action bars. Okay, on combat, am I right? Target of target, yes. Okay, action bars, I want all my action bars. I haven't decided, I haven't tried this or experimented with that, so I don't care. I've never seen a problem yet. Always show, yes. Numbers for cooldowns, cool. Social, we definitely want to take care of this because we don't want all the gold spammer invites. And let's see, make sure mouse is on click to move, yes. Okay. That's probably it. So I'm going to say okay, and looky there, time to go. Okay, so the reason I picked a dwarf priest, where most of my other characters are either elf or human females, is because I wanted find treasure, number one. Number two, I wanted fear ward. Number three, I wanted stone shield, the dwarf skill for stone shield. Fear ward is just specifically for dwarf priests, and that's about it. So they don't. My humans get perception, and I kind of rotate that around, and then my elves get stealth, or what's it called, shadow meld. So I can take an elf at the beginning of before a fight begins, and if I don't think that I'm going to survive the whole fight, and stealth the elf priest for a resurrection. It's one of the reasons I like to have multiple healers, is so that I can have a healer in the fight and an extra healer that survives the fight if the rest of the party wipes to do the resurrection. It's a strategy that I have taken advantage of a few times, not as often as I probably should, but it should save run back time on wipes. Whoops. Oh my gosh. And I'm not trying to level I'm not trying to be the fastest leveler here, but I don't see a reason to waste a bunch of time on graveyard runs if there's a way to avoid it. So, and that's exactly what I'm talking. Okay, got that flight path. Now I'm going to run out to the group. See if I can swim underwater all the way to the edge. I think I can. I think I can. So almost got level 2 on this priest just from the running and that one quest. I'm sure I'll be level 2 before I get there, before I join the group. So I'll have a level 2 priest in the group going to finish the Mission Imp. Something else I wanted to look at. I want to double check my damage. I think it's 0.09. Oh, this is 1.1. So priests get a little bit better damage than some other classes, apparently. So I'm going to change that on my opening screen to 1.1 damage. Is that what it said? 1.1? Yeah, 1.1. Okay. And I'm not going to try to run through the mobs, so I'm just going to go up the road here. That means I need to gather up a little bit of copper so I can add a spell. Any other spells I can distribute out here? So stone form I want to put over here like that. Oops. Then here in Holy, I've got Lesser Heal and Smite. So Lesser Heal we'll put up here like this, and Smite, I'll just put it here. That's not where it's going to wind up at. Oh, and then attack, I need my attack. I'll have to see what my macros look like, because probably I'll have start attack macros for everybody. Using ISBoxer, so like I said, my number keys across the top of the main keyboard are my shared keys, numbered keys, and then shift number keys, or basically 1 through 9, 0, minus, and equals. 1 through 9, 0, minus, and equals, along with shift 1 through 9, 0, minus, and equals. I'll just call those 1 through 12. That's the first 12 buttons. And let's see. So pretty much, this is Flandin. He doesn't have any macros of his own yet. I'm not going to use the general macros because they're for characters that are a little higher level so far. But I'll just go ahead and start with a new, and it'll be ATK. And pretty much all we're going to do is start attack. There's probably one other thing I should probably do. Let's go /follow. And then the paladin's name, I'll have to look and see, because these are all new characters, and I went with the random name generating. So copy that. It's my paladin, and that's who we're going to follow. Gotcha. So we're going to follow the paladin and start attack anytime that we attack. What this means it'll do is, if I'm facing the wrong direction in a fight and the paladin hits attack, everybody will turn to face the paladin. Then I can use the paladin to steer my melee people into the melee, and you know, hit with weapons. Or like this character, Shadow Word Pain can be cast behind you, but Smite cannot. So you have to face your enemy to cast Smite. But I'm pretty sure I could be running and hit somebody from behind, and hit somebody behind me with the Shadow Word Pain. I'll just have to double check that when the situation comes up, but I'm pretty sure it's kind of like healing. You can heal people all around you, but when you're attacking, you got to attack people in front of you, or attack targets in front of you. So my attack macro can go right where I just put Smite. So I'm going to move Smite over 1, like so. And if I hit save, I should get a weapon icon on. That's okay. It didn't. but there we go. So now I've got a macro ready to go. Well, that's one macro. While I'm at it, I probably ought to go ahead and get a follow macro. So new, and I like this thing down here that looks like tracks. In fact, that's what I call it. So my follow macro, I call it track, and it's just /follow and the paladin again. I can do that. Sure. $25 silver. Somebody just gave me 25 silver to sign their guild charter. Okay, that means I can definitely afford my first spell. Let's see. Anyway, so track. Oh, and then so on track, I talked about having. I don't know. Did I talk about this yet? Having some automatic buffs, and one of the automatic buffs is find treasure. So cast find treasure. That's what this is called, right? Okay. That way, if I die, I don't have to remember to turn my find treasure back on. It's just going to happen whenever I hit the follow and start following my group again. So there we go. And to me, that's the most important benefits of like computers, automation. You can't call that automation. It's built into the game. It's a built-in feature that that WoW obviously allows. But I like to do things, I'm not going to say with automation, but I'm going to say automatically. So if I hit a macro, things happen automatically. They don't, basically one thing at a time, but in this case, following the tank and casting find treasure, that's not really some kind of two action programming script that would give me an unfair advantage over other people. That's just taking care of my details in a way that I don't have to remember to do it, because I tend to not remember these things. So anything that I can do to make things systematic, yeah, let's say systematic instead of automatic. This will systematically take care of my my self buffs. When I get inner fire, that will go on there, and it'll turn into a cast sequence, so that as I'm hitting my follow macro, one time it'll refresh the find treasure, and one time it'll refresh the inner fire. The find treasure doesn't go away unless I die. Inner fire does, though. It expires after, I think it's 10 minutes or 10 hits. So inner fire has to be refreshed occasionally, and it's a self buff. It doesn't go to all my other characters, so it's easy to take care of when I hit follow and get everybody following. It's a good idea to refresh everybody's self buffs. Okay. Now we're ready to add more characters. So I think well, let's see. I'm going to hit save on that and close it. And I could probably, since I just got 25 silver, I'm going to run on in here and see about buying my spell. I'm pretty sure priests are up in here somewhere, not too hard to find. Maybe this way? Hey, first try. Let's see what they give me. So power word fortitude. Awesome. We're going to add that. And that means my brand new team, everybody will be able to start out with 30 additional hit points on the first mission. I just went past my exit. There we go. Okay. And I'm pretty sure my team is standing out here when I log into them all. So I'm just going to hit pause and get everybody logged in. If I can find my recorder, there we go, pause. Okay, I've got everybody standing here. I'm on the, I'm going to call this Warlock 1. You can see there's 2 Warlocks standing here. They're both mine. And like I said, I took random names, so I'm just going to call my characters Warlock 1 and Warlock 2, and Priest 1, Dwarf Priest, and Paladin, or Paladin Tank, however, whatever the role is at the moment. So on this character, first thing we need to do is invite everyone to a group. And like I just said before, this is going to be specific, so I'm going to go new, okay. Invite to group. Okay, when invite to a group happens when I do track. So if I follow, and I'm going to call that track. Okay, then first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to /follow the paladin. Get to the paladin's name again. There we go. Going to follow the paladin. I'm going to /invite. Oops. The paladin. /invite the priests. The other priest. The other warlock. So I just need names here. I'm just gonna, it's probably easier to see them on this one. So that one. Okay, so this is priest. Goes in one of these slots. Missed. Okay, and the other warlock is called Tance. Okay, that takes care of that. So I'm following, I'm inviting. Also, in this macro, I want to make sure that I've got /script. I got to make sure that my looting is on free for all, so anybody can grab anything. This is set loot method. And then in parentheses, in the parameters, it should say free for all one word. Like so. And let's see if this works now. This should send invites to everyone. Should have everybody pointing at the priest, at the paladin, at the tank. And when I hit it the second time, I should get everybody on free for all. The other thing here is I'm also missing. The dwarf has find treasure as a self buff, and the warlocks have demon skin. So /cast demon skin. 2 words. SKIN. Okay. Alrighty. Now let's save that. And let's move this to Shift-1. So every time, let's get my interface options so that I have a Shift-1. Action bars. All the action bars. Okay. That's that. And double check the other things. So I've got you know, I didn't click auto loot on the other guy. I'm going to have to make sure I've got that. Auto loot, combat, that's fine. Display, no helm, no cloak. Those other things are fine. And then social, no gold spammers. And then action bars is fine. Names, camera, mouse, auto click to move. Yes, good. Okay, that should do it. Back to the macros. I can hit it here and drag this to Shift 1 right there. Okay, I have a macro over here. I'm going to go ahead and put it on Shift H if I can find it real quick, called Hearth. So my Hearth goes on Shift H. I've got that right down here. These are in the rotating action bars. I've just got some random things posted in here that I use regularly. I should have a Hearthstone. Funny that didn't give me a icon right away. Okay. Let's see. So let's close that. And Shift 1. Invite everyone. Everyone is aimed at the paladin. Go through the characters starting with the paladin and accept the invitations. And here's another thing I can probably do. Let's click broadcast on and accept all the invitations at once. And then click broadcast off. Okay, that did good. And then I've got to hit Shift 1 an additional time. Then I'll get looting changed to free-for-all. Very good. Also, this character has chat boxes in the wrong place, of course. I need the combat log up here out of the way. With bigger print, locked window, and then the other one, I've got to unlock the window to move it. Move it right up here to the bottom of that window, and then grab this corner and make it long and narrow. Okay, and then I can make it big print and lock the window. Okay, everybody is in here, and the paladin, everybody didn't follow because I only have a follow macro on 2 characters. I could use ISBoxer's follow, Alt F, and the other characters should turn and follow me. Okay, that happened, but that's a temporary fix. I still want those other 2 characters to also have macros for follow with self buff and just to make sure that my group is put together correctly. So let's go to character number 1 and 2 are done, and 4. So let's go to number 3. This is a priest. Priest needs, first of all, bars, action bars in the interface options. So just to go through these things, combat's fine. Display, no helm, no cloak. Social, no gold spammers. Action bars, all 5 additional action bars, or 4 additional action bars. Names, camera, mouse, auto loot. Auto loot was up here. Make sure that's on. Okay, so I've got to check my the dwarf priest and make sure I got auto loot turned on. Okay, that takes care of that. And then /m for macros. I'll just hit the macros here. Okay, and this is here. New macro. Track with the little path, that one. /follow. Oh, Tance is not the character that's selected right here. That's on my. Okay, let's go back and get Casabellia's name on here. Okay, that adds that, and /cast The self buff that I'm going to use here is perception, just so that it gets used. You know, it's a nice self buff racial skill for humans. Who uses it? Or why not use it? Why not use it just when we start a group follow and see if something shows up? No telling what might happen. But so I've got that. Obviously, it's good for probably dealing with rogues, fighting rogues, or other stealth characters, cats. But you got to remember to do that. I might as well just put it here, and if I happen to be on the priest when I start a follow, I can see if there's something hidden that another character wouldn't be able to see. Great. Okay, so that's that. And we need to put that on the bar for shift 1. Okay. Done with that character. Let's try this one. First we need interface. We need our buttons. You know what? I didn't put attack macros on all my characters yet either, so got a lot to do here. The Mission Imp is a bigger mission than just going and getting the imp. We've got to get all of our characters working together on this mission. That's kind of what we're doing. Okay, auto loot. Combat, I think, is good. Display, no helm, no cloak. It's funny how I have that turned off on all my characters, but it still defaults to on a new character. No gold, and that one too. It never defaults on. Action bars never default on, but some things do default on. Names, camera, check the mouse, click to move. Okay, like click to move. I don't think click to move is on when you first load your interface. You have to click it. You have to select this, and then suddenly it's working for most of my characters. It's there, but not all. I mean, sometimes the defaults are sticking, and sometimes they're not. Okay. So now macros. Tant specific. We're going to create the track macro. Right here. /follow paladin /cast demon skin. Okay. And put that little baby right down here on shift 1. Okay. And that's it for that. Okay, let's just scan through the characters and see what I've missed. I know I've missed attack macros on all but like one character, so let's see. So I don't have an attack macro on the first warlock 1. New. We're going to use the question mark so that I can get have just a weapon show up on this one, and it should say /start attack. It also should say /follow Casabelia. Okay, and I'm thinking that this is a useful enough macro to use on everybody. So I'm going to copy that. I'm going to hit save. I'm going to put this in the number 1 slot. I'm going to close macros. Spells? Do I want to put a spell here too? feel like I do want to. Let's put Shadow Bolt is my main thing that I've got right now. Okay, my main attack, my main spell attack. You'll see me not focus so much on using up all my mana as I do in raising weapon skills, even on my casters. Keeps my mana from being depleted, keeps my weapon skills higher. It just means that I'm a little closer to the fight instead of being a traditional squishy caster that stays away from the swords. I kind of tangle and have to use my heals a little bit more. So I'll be distributing heals more than most groups that you'll probably see. There's that. Okay, that was 1. 2 has no interface. Okay. Interface options. Controls, auto loot. Okay. Combat's good. Display, no helm, no cloak. Okay. Social, no gold spammers. Action bars, all of them. And double check the mouse. Click to move. Gotcha. Okay. Macros. Okay, so the Paladin's got some interesting stuff, I think. Let's get on Casabella for starters. And then we need a new macro for track. Except Casabella, the Paladin, might not actually follow anyone. Should the Paladin follow someone or not? If I hit track to follow, but I'm not on this character? What other character might I be on? Maybe the warlock. I'll take that into consideration later, but for now, so we need the track macro not to actually follow anyone, but for self buffs. And let's see, is that so let me escape. Let me hit get my spell book up, and here I've got Seal of Righteousness. So that's what I'm going to cast Seal of Righteousness when I start walking. I mean, why not? Okay. Holy Light needs to be somewhere else. Holy Light is going to be on these bars. What happened here today? This one's not on the screen all the way. That's an interesting problem. I've got a bar way over here. Z, Q. My Qs aren't showing up. Where's my Q bar? All right. Anyway, so when we start traveling, I'm going to pick up Seal of Righteousness so that, and the reason I'm doing this is so that as I approach a new enemy, my Seal of Righteousness lasts for, doesn't say how long it lasts, 30 seconds. So if I get to an enemy in less than 30 seconds and hit my attack macro, it's possible that instead of just now casting the seal, I might be able to lead off with a judgment, and the attack macro cast the judgment of righteousness. So that would be good. That means I've got to have an attack macro. And it's the question mark. And it should say /start attack. And it should say /cast sequence, because I don't have the sequence yet. I'll wait till I get the other spell. Seal of Righteousness. There we go. Does it say of? There. A seal if righteousness. That probably wouldn't work. Okay, so my attack macro goes on button 1 for everybody. That's character 2. Follow macro goes on shift 1. As soon as I finish a fight, I go to follow and get everybody back together. Okay. Make sure I'm hitting save on all these, because otherwise I wind up logging into characters who macros disappear. I retype them and it shows like they were always there, but somehow they don't get saved very well on my computer. It's always been a funny issue. That's 2. Number 3. 3 has track, but no attack. Don't need to mess with the interface, but I need an attack macro. And this is a priest, so pretty much it's just going to be ATK. I think I get the question mark, okay, and /start attack. Oh, got to do the follow. Let me see if I left it on my, yeah, there we go. Left it on my clipboard. Okay, then I'll hit save. Attack on, come on. Attack on button 1. And track on shift 1. And I probably want to put this heal spell over here where it's handy if my characters all die. Hang on a second here. This is doing this same thing. Z is the far right. Why is this bar just not showing up? Let me double check it. Action bars. Oh, action bar 2. I skipped a click. Okay. Did I do that on the other characters also? Yep, I did it here. And Holy Light needs to be setting up there. Not on that one. That one's probably a good place for perception. Dodge perception. In case I need it on a different character, on the character, oops. Okay. And that's it for that stuff. Character 4. We've got attack and a spell and track macro and these things setting up here. I think this character is probably good to go. And character 5. Got all my bars. So let's go straight to macros. Okay, need an attack macro. And then follow the tank and start attack. That's pretty much all that needs to do. Hit save. Put that attack right here. Okay. I need destruction spell Shadow Bolt. Boom, there. This one, my macro should have, I should be casting Demon Skin. Okay, got that. Good. We're good to go. Okay. Now see, here's an interesting thing. I could put, since I have the priest already has perception, the human priest has perception. The human warlocks could also have perception. And then mixed in with the demon skin, I could have a cast sequence. And I could do these alternating. So one warlock turns on demon skin while the other one casts perception, and then vice versa on the next follow. That might be an interesting thing to do because, you know, if I've got, if I am looking at a different character at a particular time, it would just be interesting to see what they can perceive with perception. Maybe. And the thing is, here's the thing, who cares? It's not going to hurt anything to do this. Comma, perception. And this becomes then a cast sequence and not just demon skin. Or not just a cast. Cast sequence. Save it again. I need a pause for a moment. Okay, let's see where we're at. 1. Yep, that's 1. 1 doesn't have these things moved right yet. With big letters, locked windows, unlock this window, move it right up against the one that I just moved, like that, make it long and skinny, and big print, locked window. I didn't hit the big print. Okay, gotcha. That takes care of that. That's character 1. Character 2. Character 2 is good to go with just Seal of Righteousness. Looks like I didn't change chat. Oh yeah, I did change chat. Okay. Character 3. Chat is all sitting here. And this window. Character 3 is a priest. Needs to have a spell on 2. Smite would be good. Okay. Lesser heal's already up in the corner. Okay. Character 4 has smite, heal, stone form, and character 5 is the other warlock. So we decided to do this demon skin and perception on this character. That means on character 1, We need that in the reverse order. So when it says Demon Skin, that's the second thing that she'll cast. And it needs to say Sequence. Perception. Comma. There we go. Save that. Okay. Let's go to the Paladin. Take a look at some stuff here. So everybody should be on follow still. One of my characters is sitting and not following. Might have moved her somehow. So Shift 1 puts everybody on follow. Indeed it does. And then we'll go right over here to the Warlock Trainer for the Warlock quest. And then we're going to try to finish this quest without dying. So one of the things I need to do better is, oh boy, none of these characters are in a line. Am I missing one? This one is stuck. Okay. Let's try to get everybody lined up. All right. Try this again. And this is the benefit of using ISBoxer is that I should be able to hit broadcast. Go right over here and make sure I'm looking at my other screen so I can see all my characters are definitely clicking this this NPC. Only the warlocks should have anything to do here. So I probably am not getting anything out of this. Let's go look at one. Let's make sure broadcast is on from this window. We're going to hit Stolen Tomb. And we're going to hit accept. And two characters have this window disappear. So I believe that I got that right. To double check it, let's do Alt-L. The Stolen Tomb has one additional character in the group on this quest. Very good. Okay. Back to let's turn broadcast off. Okay. Go get back to character 2 and turn broadcast off. Okay. And now we're going to try to get through this fence without catching any characters behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody should be there. Okay. I'm going to walk because it just makes it easier for everybody to keep up with me. Assuming everybody is keeping up with me. Let's turn around and look every once in a while. There we go. And we can look from a sky view every once in a while. That looks good. Okay. And I know gamers love the sky view. I don't love it. I like to see my game as if I'm watching a movie. I like to be in the action participating. Okay. I've got a targeted character out there, a targeted enemy. Let's just see what happens. I'm going to hit 1 for attack. Everybody pulls out their weapon. Hit 2. And nobody's close enough to cast their spells. So with the paladin still selected, I'm going to move up a little closer. And hit 2. Hey, everybody's casting spells. That was 3/4 of the enemy, and now everybody's got their weapons out and bammo. Okay, gotcha. Everybody follow. Looking for anybody that might interfere with my next fight before I get to it. Looks like everybody on my side is good. Ready to attack. And got a second one. Okay. There was only enough copper to get 1 copper. Everybody's following the paladin. Somewhere is an enemy. Okay. I see something we need to adjust on our attack macro. And I'm going to do this on, actually, I'll do it right here on the paladin. /m. My attack macro needs to include, there's a script to drop the icon on my target. So this is /SERIPT. I need to escape for a moment and fight a guy. Okay, so I'm killing stuff faster than I really intended to. That's okay. It looks like it takes 1 spell and a couple of hammer hits, and everything's going to die. I'm going to tell you that I'm not into the one-shot advantage kind of stuff that some multi-boxers are. I like to look at a party and make everyone do what I wanted them to do, which doesn't necessarily mean one-shotting the enemy. It's more like distributing heals and protections and buffs and all this kind of stuff. I'd much rather see my characters, oh, and you know what? I did not distribute buffs. I've got a buff, and I need to get that distributed. So let's see here. Anyway, so the script is set raid icon, raid target. I think it's that. And then in the parameters, we've got target, TARGET, and the raid icon is number 8. Let's see if that worked. I need to save it. Turn here, get my target, and do I get an icon? I do indeed. So all my characters know who to attack. I know who all my characters are attacking. They're already on assist, so that should be well taken care of. I need to heal myself before I get killed. All my melee was too far back. They're not really melee. They're all a bunch of casters, but they were all too far back. They're following the paladin, but they're out of melee range. So I'm going to have to do something about that. Next thing that I'm already noticing is it's almost time to add heal macros, isn't it? So I've got another target I need to take care of. There, that time everybody's knife and hammer hit the guy. We'll do the heal macros. I should do them now because otherwise I'm going to get down there and get into trouble. Everybody should be turning to face me. That should take care of half my enemy, and then if I back into the melee, they should be fighting. Okay. Anyway, let's get everybody on follow and march back across the creek for a minute. Back to safety. Because the healing macros will take a minute to set up. They're not quite as fast even in the planning and setting up as everything that I've already done. Okay, so I've got 3 healers and I've got 5 characters. I know that if my paladin gets hit, that I want the paladin and 1 priest to heal the paladin. Is that what I want? You know, this is going to be tricky here. So, hmm. Let me look at my chart for a second. So all my characters on this chart. If the paladin's getting hit, I want 2 heals on the paladin. If a priest is getting hit, I want 2 heals on either of the priests. So the other priest, the paladin and the other priest will heal either priest. If the paladin's getting hit, I suppose just the 2 priests should heal the paladin. If a warlock's getting hit, then I want 1 priest to heal the warlock and the other priest to heal the other warlock. And right now this is going to be kind of a mana waste, a mana burn, because my only spell is Lesser Heal. But when I get Renew and Power Word Shield, that will become much more valuable. So if I get a warlock that's getting hit, I can cast Lesser Heal, or some kind of heal directly on that warlock, and the other warlock gets a shield and a renew because they're instant casts, and they they don't take a lot of mana compared to the heals. So that will protect, that will be a layer of protection on the character that's not being healed in case enemies shift to a new target and a new member of my team, a different member of my team. So and that kind of thing, it's the same kind of thing I want with the paladins and priests. We can set this up. How do I want to set it up? I know I have the idea what I want it to look like at the end. It's just, geez, this is kind of a, I've got to wrap my head around it here. Okay, so we're going to go to priest number 4 and / macro, and we're going to do a warlock macro. So what I've done in the past is I put my paladin on the minus, because I put the pet, the Voidwalker, usually on the equals of a bear or a Voidwalker. Voidwalker goes on equals. So this is pet, and we're not using it yet. This is paladin. So let's go ahead and set up a paladin macro. The paladin macro we like is a helmet kind of looking thing for the symbol. Kind of weird here. Let's see. Is there something else at maybe the hammer? Let me try, go back to the top and see if I can find the Seal of Righteousness hammer. That would be a decent icon. There's the Seal of Righteousness hammer. So, and I'm just going to say a PALI for the paladin. And this is /target. Now let me paste this in and see what I got. Okay, so I'm going to target the paladin. Just erase some of this other stuff from the existing macro. And then instead of start attack, it's /cast Lesser Heal. There's that. Okay. Paladin is on the equal sign. Oh, no, it's on the minus sign. So paladin gets healed if I hit minus. Okay. If the other priest gets healed, I want the same macro except for their name. So new. good priest symbol. Let's see. Power word shield is a decent symbol for priest. Okay. 0 is the main warlock. 9 is main priest. This is not the priest that's healing the paladin. So let's go with 8, number 8. Save it and put it on 8. Okay. So if I if I hit number 8, that will heal the main priest, the female priest. When we get power word shield and renew, then what we'll do is we'll heal one priest and protect the other priest. And we'll heal one warlock and protect the other warlock when we heal warlocks. That's the strategy. That's what I intend to do with these things. Let's see. Priest, priest. And then warlock on 0 and warlock on 7. The warlocks are the corruption symbol. If I can find that. If it will jump out at me. Corruption. Someday I'll know where all these are. There it is. It's going to say luck. It's going to go on 7. The other priest will be the primary healer for 0 for the main warlock. So this is a /target. The name. Is it Tance, right? Got it? Okay. Got it on 7. Okay. Okay. That takes care of this priest. Well, let's see. Paladin's getting heals. Other priest is getting heals. One of the warlocks is getting heals. When I get more spells, I'll put those spells on the other priest, and which would be himself, and the other warlock, and of course the pet, Voidwalker or Imp if we don't have the Voidwalker yet. Okay. Hit save. Close that. Let's see how far that gets us with that character. Number 3, I think, is the other, okay, the other priest. /M. So this priest is going to heal the other priest. Let's see if I can find power word shield or fortitude, the power word fortitude symbol again. There it is. And this will be priest. Okay. And then we're going to target, it's Flandin. Cast the lesser heal. Save it. Okay, that priest is, let me see. So 4 was that priest. Three will cast on number 9. Okay. So my characters they might heal themselves, but for sure somebody else heals everybody. Everybody gets healed by somebody else. That way you're not trying to desperately heal yourself and while you're getting killed and interrupted. Somebody else is hopefully benefiting you. Okay, so there's that one, and then there's also a new one for lock. Let's see. I think I didn't see the lock one yet. There it is. Okay, paste this in, and this is for Keithley, or how am I going to say that name? Let's look at the sheet to get the name off. Keithley. Okay, and lesser heal, and we'll save it, and we'll put that on, let's see, number 4 is casting on 7, so number 3 will cast on 0. This is who I would consider my main character. If I was to define all this, the character that I'm trying to raise is these the warlocks that are in the number 1 position. That's everybody else is supporting my warlocks to get them to level 60 in battlegrounds. We'll see what else we can accomplish along the way, but all these other characters are just my strategy is to build a team, but the strategy is to build a team so that it builds my warlocks. That's what I love is World of Warcraft classic warlocks. Okay. Let's look at the other one again for a second. Do we want another heal on the paladin? Probably. Let's go ahead and also have this other character heal the paladin. So, new. Get back to the top or so. And look for that paladin hammer. There it is. Okay, and then this one can just say straight, oops, uh-oh. Let's go to 4. Get the paladin macro, copy the whole thing, and put it on 3. Okay, save it. It goes to minus for paladin. That way the paladin hopefully absorb as the tank all the time. taking all the hits and gets 2 heals at a time. Right now, both of those heals are lesser heal, which is pretty, what is this? Basically 50 hit points. So that's going to heal anything. It's going to almost fully heal my paladin. If I look at the paladin quickly, my hit points is 58. So a 50 hit point heal is almost dead paladin gets 2 complete heals when they both get casted. Shouldn't be a problem. Paladin survival should not be a problem with that. Okay. And this is another reason why I don't want to DPS a lot with spells. I'll DPS with weapons and wands, but spells will be kind of reserved for healing as much as possible. Healing and other interesting things that the characters can do. Okay, so let's look at where we're at still here. Paladin macros, we want the paladin for sure. If a priest gets hit, we want the paladin to help out because the paladin relies on the priests. If the priests go down, then it's just a matter of time before the tank goes down. If we lose the healers, we lose the tank. So there's going to be one for each priest, and the paladin's not going to heal himself. That's my executive decision at this point. I may change my mind, but at this point, I'm going to distribute my heals without self-healing anyone. I think that's what I've done. Is that a priest? Okay, and then let's see, paste in all of this stuff, and so one is going to be for Flandin, and one is for De'Amr. Flandin is second priest. First priest is on 9. Flandin is on 7. Okay, and then the other heal for the other priest. Same icon, I guess, and same name. But this one will be for the human. I get the name off of my charts. De'Amr. Save it, and this one goes on 9. It's not that one, it's this one. They look the same, so I had to double check them. Number 9, okay. Okay, so that should take care of heals. I don't have any paladin buffs yet, but I do have Flandin can buff all my characters, and I forgot about that a little bit ago. So let's go to 4 and open the spells. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's go to 3. Get the paladin. See, here's one of the things I don't like about WoW is the way the macros stay open and you end up wiping them out by jumping around too much. Okay, paladin. Save it. I hope that's right. I hope I haven't changed anything else there accidentally. Okay, and then on P, I've got in here, I didn't ever move this spell to the spell bar. It's going to go on 2. This is my first buff, Bammo, my first other buff, buff of other characters. And it's 30 extra hit points for everybody. So let me just take a step back and start picking everybody up. And then I just shift 2, Bammo, and there. And there. Not enough mana. I can buff 2 people and run out of mana. More mana. There it is, and if I hit escape, I should get myself. My mana is gone. Okay, everybody is buffed for a change. I'm going to go to character 2, the paladin, get everybody on follow again. And we're ready to continue on Mission Imp. We killed this guy earlier. Let's give it another try. Everybody's weapons out. Let's go ahead and pull him. Let's back up into everyone's melee range. And bammo. See if I'm close enough to pull. Yep. Here she comes. Back into melee range. Dead. Target. Gotcha. Pull. Okay. I want that one. I think so. Everybody stop. Okay. Next one. Okay. I got somebody behind me. Got to get everybody turned around. Come on. Okay. I didn't need to cast a spell. I probably could have just knifed him. Okay. That guy. Get everybody turned around. So the follow macro gets everybody facing the paladin. And then I just got to steer him like a truck in a trailer. If you've ever pulled a trailer, reverse is the huge tool with the trailer. I can use, instead of my follow macro, I can use the attack macro to get everybody on follow without casting self buffs whenever I feel like that. Something happened and not everybody is attacking. Okay. Somebody else I hear attacking, not us. Okay, gotcha. Let's get everybody behind me. Target that guy, girl. Pull. And club them to death. So one of the things that I notice a lot with my multi-boxing is these, even when I'm just walking, these characters will not follow very well. They're kind of trying to keep track of it over the internet, your locations. So they tend to act like they're way out in front of you. You can see that a lot. and they will sometimes get out in front of you, and then the follow will turn them around facing the wrong way. So you've got to reposition the lead character to get everybody to follow correctly. Something's going on here. Oh, there we go. Didn't have everybody in range yet. Okay, so that's going to kill this guy. Not exactly. I need to take these out. So that I don't get clobbered. Okay. There's all that and all that. Get everybody on follow. And I'm pretty sure this is the little camp where the stolen tomb for the quest for the imp reward is found. I could be wrong. I think I am wrong. So let's try the next one am I going north? The next camp to the north. So I was saying I kind of will tend to use walk a lot because I would rather my characters have a chance at keeping up than break follow, lose them standing way back someplace. Get everybody attacking. Not everybody was attacking. There's that. Everybody on follow, and I'm gonna clear out the space in front of this camp so that I don't get a secret ad or an unexpected ad from way out there. Not close enough to pull yet. We can do this guy. While we're at it, let's do that guy. Let's get everybody turned over here. Okay. Now we'll go after the camp. There's 3 of them. I'm going to wind up pulling all 3. I haven't seen it done where you can get just one of these guys at a time. One guy is casting. Let's go ahead and get everybody casting. Let's get another character, another target. Let's get the other target. I need to heal the paladin. Got him. Okay. That was with a nice paladin heal in the middle of it. Everybody on follow. And we'll go down here and grab the book. It's right there. So let's turn on broadcast and see if I can do this for the warlocks without can't really see the gears. I'm going to have to go to the characters and do it. So this is number 1. Okay, and then character number 5 is the other warlock. Okay. Back on 2. We need to kill these guys again. Everybody should be facing me and fighting this guy. Okay. Minus to heal the warlock. Come on back here. Why did everybody run? Okay. There's a funny problem. My priest, my dwarf ran into the, or somebody ran into the tent. Oh, I didn't turn broadcast off. That's why everybody's doing all that stuff. Okay. Anybody take off running? 1, 2, 3, 4. I see 4, 2 whites and 2 reds. That's got all my guys back. Let's do the pull. It's back into the melee. Follow. Somebody spawned on me again. Okay. We're going to let that one go because they're just patrolling and get this one instead. So I need to stay, here's the thing, I need to stay in front of my characters until they are actually swinging their weapons. That way, when they break follow, it's aimed at the target and not just they're not just aimed at the paladin. If I back up, I don't want them to turn away from the target. But once they've started attacking, they break follow, and they won't turn with me. They'll stay on the target until I do something else to make them move. Start a new follow or lead the target somewhere else. Okay, so everybody's following, I assume. I keep seeing 2. There's the redhead. But if they all stay up there close enough, then this is, I'm talking about a moot point there. Okay. I believe they're all sitting on level 2 now, with the dwarf priest still having a little edge, a little higher into level 2. Let's just take a quick scan. Not that this is that important, but it looks like 2 bars, 2 bars, 2 bars, almost the whole way for the dwarf, and 2 bars. Okay, that's what I expected. Now the question is, do I want to try to jump the fence with everybody? I'm going to try. I don't know how well this is going to work out. So I'm going to jump on the paladin. Everybody else gets stuck maybe? Or do they? Did anybody get stuck? Everybody just walked right over the fence? Huh, all right. Okay, see if I can find everybody on broadcast again. There, everybody's lighting her up, which means I need to go to, I'm going to turn the broadcast off here. Go to character 1, Stolen Tomb, continue and see if I got Summon Imp on 2 characters. Looks like we did. Summon Imp there, and should be here also. Good. And look, I've got some chat boxes that aren't where I want them to be. Let's go ahead and take care of that. Okay, and put it on big print, lock window, and then this one, unlock the window, move it up, and we just added 2 more characters to my group. They're imps, which die a lot, but we're going to change the font size. Grab it. And lock window. Okay. Think so that moved 2 characters up about halfway. So I just got 3 characters over half of level 2. Not that I'm too worried about it, but I got to figure out what to do next. So that finishes the Imp quest. The Mission Imp is done. I'll go ahead and end this episode here because there was a lot to it, a lot of extra stuff. Did I turn the broadcast off here yet? On, off. Let me go to character. This is where I didn't turn the broadcast off. Because watch this. Now if I turn, everybody's turning. Okay, so let's turn broadcast off. Get everybody to follow the tank. Go to the tank. And we're going to kind of start heading to Swarmwind with this group. But I'm ending this episode, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.